Hello, everyone. Welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, here with my weekly Moonday oracle message. This is going to be a message of guidance for the highest and greatest good for the world as a collective and everybody who finds themselves here. So this is going to be a message for the week of 11/11/2019. So today is a pretty powerful and magical day. I'm going to talk all about that in just one moment. So I'm going to just take a few moments, allow everybody to see that I am live. I'm going to start to share just so that people do see, because I know sometimes Facebook is naughty and it does not notify people. Hi, Bridget. Welcome, sweetheart. Hey, Courtney. Hi, Jeanette. Welcome. Hi, Noreen. Welcome. Happy Moonday, everybody. Just bear with me one second while I try to get this to load. How has everyone been since last Moonday? All good? No fires, metaphorical, or hopefully literal as well. Hi, Di. Yes, you made it. Welcome. I'm glad you did. Hi, Shelly. Welcome. One share down, one to go. Hi, Hannah. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Oh, good, Noreen. Good. Okay. Definitely got that done and shared. Happy Moonday to you as well. Okay. So I've got some interesting stuff. So I'm trying to give it a few minutes to let people, pop in. I've got some special, a little treat for us today, being that it is a powerful energy gateway. Spirit actually guided spirit. When I say spirit, I mean like my higher self, my family of light guided me to actually do a heart light transmission today. So I'll talk about that in a second. Hi, Doreen. Welcome. Did I miss anybody? Hi, Laura. Welcome. Noreen says it makes 1 year today that my mom's been gone. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. I'm very sorry. Sending you much love and hugs and support. Okay, I know that's probably definitely not something easy. It's been a rough week for many people, myself included. Hi, Norma. Welcome, lovely. And I think it's been very topsy-turvy for everyone, but differently, depending. Maybe emotional stuff, maybe literal endings of things, or old cycles coming up now to be closed. And there's been a lot of financial stuff happening. But we have some good news today regarding that. Hi, Terry. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. All right, so I am actually going to skip the news and announcements today. We don't have that many anyway. Actually, oracles are getting ready to go away next week, or the end of this week, actually. We're going to Salem, Massachusetts for a magical little field trip. So we will be away. So there's not a whole lot, plus the holiday this month. But also, I really want to get time in to discuss the energy of what's going on right now. So we'll do the energy forecast. Then I will do the Moonday reading. And I'm probably going to skip the mudra this week. I'll post the mudra afterwards. I'll post it, pull the card, post and put it on my page. But the mudra, we're not going to do it together, because after the message, I would like to do the light language and heart transmission. So with that said, for anybody new to my page, watching for the first time, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you who tune in as often as you possibly can, much love and gratitude to you, and thank you for being here once again. So whether or not you are catching this live, whether you're catching the replay, it doesn't matter, because I set the intention that those who are meant to receive this message, or there is something here that they need to hear regarding what might be going on or how it applies to their life, is going to be unique to everyone. So whether you're watching this live, replay, or even months from now, this is a message for the collective good that is going to resonate with you in some way. So again, it is a positive message for higher guidance for all of us as one. So what we most need to know, the energy of this week, November 11th, 2019. It is not personalized or individual readings. I do offer private personal readings. If you are interested, you can always reach out to me here on my page. Also over at my sister page, Oracles of the Light, my other business with my two soul sisters. And all three of us do offer readings as well as healing sessions, remote and in person. So you can always do that. But this is more of going to be a generalized overview for all of us this week. Okay? I do this using my intuitive abilities, channeling my higher self, my family of light, as well as my oracle cards. All right. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Lori. Hi, Jamie. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for popping in. So I was just saying that we're going to discuss the no news and announcements. Then we are going to go into the energy forecast really quickly, the oracle message, and then we're going to go into my special activation today of a light language heart transmission. All right. So today is 11/11/2019. So that is actually 11/11/3. This is a very powerful day known as an energy gateway. Or a portal day to some, just depends on, what resonates with you or, what you've read, and it's all the same, gateway, portal. Basically what that means is that it is an energy opening or doorway that allows light codes, higher codes of divine love, divine light, healing energy to basically flood the collective consciousness as well as the planet in itself. This is for eventual ascension, and it's for the rising up of basically like the planet's frequency. I'm going to try to keep this as not so technical lingo as I possibly can, because I know that sometimes these words just, it could be like talking like science to someone. So I apologize if I get a little carried away. I'm just used to saying whatever comes out. So the way that I see it is that these upgrades are literally that. It's light codes, energy waves that come in to basically transform, transmute, and assist in ascension, raising the vibration of the collective consciousness. So that means all of us and the planet itself. It's going to affect everyone in their own unique way. So it just depends on, when it comes in, sometimes it literally sends these codes in that facilitate growth in the way of removing blockage that we might be experiencing on an energy level, then transfers into our physical level. So sometimes it could come up on the physical body. Sometimes we actually just have a energetic release and clearing of patterns, blockage. And today, being an 11/11, it is a master number by times itself. So we have the 11 and the 11, master number of higher consciousness, new doorways opening, new opportunities, rising up in consciousness. It is like the number of spiritual epiphanies and awakenings. So it's like taking something from this state and opening it and raising it upwards. So then 11/11 is also the number of balance, of union, of polarities, the balancing of the polarities within ourself, polarities within the world itself. So it's basically bringing in what I keep hearing, a divine harmonic convergence. Again, there goes those words, but that is what I heard. So really it is for balancing out of the lower and the highers. It is balancing out of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within as well as without, for those that are or follow work with twin flames. I'm going to talk about a lot about that, but those that do follow that, it is first within everybody. So just know that most and foremost, that is most important, that when we have that alignment of the masculine and the feminine within, it is activating our, what we call Christ light, Christ itself, or I always like to refer to it as the golden consciousness. So this really is a new doorway. When you see 1111, it's also about manifesting. The number one itself is all about forward movement. It's about positivity. It's about manifesting. So it's really important when you have an 1111 to watch what you're thinking, watch what you're saying, to be very proactive, because it's about instant manifestation like this. It's also about abundance and prosperity and blessings. Like, really, I see it as like these golden rays of light and abundance and blessings kind of shining down on us all right now. So this doorway that is opening, it's like it's our time to really shine. It is the door opening for us to really step forward and propel higher into a more evolved version of ourselves. When I heard this earlier that I was going to be doing this transmission, I actually asked why I was doing the transmission. And they said that it is for heart expansion, because the way that we anchor divine love here on the planet, the way that we are able to come into love in ourselves, within ourselves, and the way that we are able to propel into our truest potential, into our authenticity, is through the heart. The heart is the purest form of us. So it is really about activating and expanding our heart chakras, our higher heart chakras, for attuning or anchoring us to love consciousness. So you guys still with me? I know I get like off on that tangent there, but it's really hard not to. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Heather. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Glad you made it. So that is what the gateway is here for. But also, when we have this the transmission using the light language that I'm going to be doing today, it's really going to kind of facilitate and activate our own heart awakenings, if that makes sense, and just alignment to love consciousness being anchored through our heart centers. So it's just going to help us out. It's really giving us that extra boost, okay? You can choose to receive or you could choose not to receive. It is completely up to you, and we'll talk more about that when we get there, all right? So 11/11, very powerful day. I hope that you have all been putting your best intentions forward, because we are instant manifesting. We really are going to really start to shift our own lives. This is that big, you heard me talk about, there was a trinity of gateways, and it was the 1010 and now 11/11. And then we have the other one coming in on 12/21. I think there is going to be another one on 12/12 as well. But these gateways are really to kick out that last bit of the old cycles, that old karmic patterns, that in which has blocked us from ascending, rising into that higher love consciousness, because 2020 is basically like a new world, the new us, the new earth. It really is that massive doorway to what everybody has been saying is the new earth, the new paradigm. We aren't leaving anywhere. It isn't literal. It is a consciousness. It is an elevation and expansion in consciousness, okay? Hi, Julie. Hi, Carmela, sweetheart. Welcome. So, full moon is tomorrow. And so we've got a whammo of really intense energy coming into. You kind of can see a theme here. It's like, I just heard the word solidify, to really solidify the shift in vibration in all of us, in our consciousness, that needs to occur. So that full moon, all full moons are a time of release and completion. So it is also a time of empowerment, as this is the time of the moon's peak of power. So for all of us, we really are at our heights of power right now. So having that on the eve of a gateway like an 11/11, there are no such thing as coincidences. This is all to really kind of keep, it's just like activation after activation after activation, if that makes sense. There has been so much happening. And again, it's all for our highest and greatest good. Now, energetically, and within my life, within my friend's life, within my client's life, there has been a lot of things that went boom over this past week. Lots of things coming up, and the way that I saw it, it was like in threes. It was like trinity of like explosion, explosion, explosion. We have to have all of this come up to the surface so that when you enter into 2020, this stuff isn't still hanging around. We cannot have, and I'm saying we, I mean like your team, okay? Your team is talking to you at this point. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome, beautiful. I'm just talking about 1111, so you haven't missed anything yet, and I'm going to be doing a light language heart transmission at the end today. We're going to skip mudra and go to that after the reading. So hi, Lauren. Welcome, beautiful lady. Hello, Dawn. Welcome. So it was like what we, your team, and you, your higher self, cannot have you carrying into a brand new era, 2020. We have 20 viewers right now. So that is the number, master number 22. It is a master builder number. Today, 1111 is technically a 22. So once again, master builder. This is you being the architect. You are the creator, co-creator of the universe, of your life. It is all about what you are creating moving forward from this point on. Okay, so positive intentions. Set out those, set those wishes, make those wishes, whatever it is that you do. Writing your manifestation wheels, whatever works for you. Put it out there now, because this is when we are creating our best lives and we are starting to tap into our highest potential with all of these layers that are being stripped away from us, with the endings that have been coming up. Huge financial stuff has been happening right now, which is crazy because 1111 is about manifesting abundance. So those blocks to financial has been what has been being detonated right now, this past week. I know many people, myself included, where it has just been like financial bricks kind of being like tossed out the window, you know, and it seems devastating. It can seem like we just hit rock bottom or things are falling apart instead of falling together, but essentially they are falling together. These karmic ties to debt, poverty, I hear like lots of people, myself included, working through poverty karmas. These type of things, they're all going boom right now because they need to be cleared so that when you, because we want to manifest, we want, say I've been working towards abundance. I'm trying to manifest prosperity and blessings in my life, especially in a financial regard, but I'm not getting anywhere. Well, the reason could be is because you've got these karmic debts that are still being paid. So all of those things that were out of balance, financial, love, friendships, work, whatever it is right now in your life that's kind of coming up and going boom, these were karmic debts that were needing to be cleared. This was the time for them to be released. Now it's going to help bring you back into a balance, even as tough as it may seem. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to everybody. Kathleen says it's actually 1111 in 2019, totals 12, so it's a master number followed by growth. Yes, 1111-3, that's what I was saying in the beginning, because you popped in a little bit later, but yes, 1111. 12 to me, I break that down, so that's a 3, which is also starting new cycles, rebirth, creation energy. So yes, right in alignment with what you're saying. So thank you. Hi, Derek. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. Kathleen says, and where you place your focus and thoughts is what and where you will grow towards. Absolutely. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to get into the oracle message, because then I'm going to do the light language transmission for us. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing, Kathleen. I appreciate your guidance. And beautiful wisdom as always. Okay. So I was really torn about the cards that I wanted to work with today. But in the end, the Oracle of the Mermaids is what won. So I'm working with Oracles of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. Okay, mermaids to me represent they bring about the emotional because of their watery nature, and they're being obviously embodied by the element of water. All about the emotional things that come up that need to be dealt with and addressed. Also, to me, they represent the emotions regarding relationships, and not just relationships outside of ourselves, but most importantly, the relationship with self, which is super important as we are shifting into this period of growth, to kind of recognize what it is that's coming up right now for us all to be dealing with this week. Okay, so What guidance comes forward for the world as a collective's highest and greatest good for this week, 11/11/2019? Isn't this fitting? So it is look at, there's that master number 22. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Karen. Happy Moonday, everybody. So you just, perfect timing. I did the, the energy forecast and talked about this 11/11 gateway and the full moon tomorrow. So you can catch that back on replay, but I am doing the oracle message right now. And then we're going to do a light language heart transmission, okay? So 17, it breaks down to be a number 8. 8 is the number of infinity. That's the first thing I see. It's also the number of karma. It is also the number of career and finances. It is also the number of having strength and courage. But to me, the first thing that I see with this particular 8 is the infinite, or the infinite cycle, the infinity knot. And so it is, today I actually shared a picture of an infinity that went this way. Today I actually had a flash or a vision of 2 circles joining together, almost like the Pisces Vesica, but they were not quite touching and they were just separated by that line. I have shared this vision that I've had in the past. So to me it was talking about the merging of opposites, the magnetic pool of the polarities coming together in divine union within the self, within our lives, within relationships outside of ourselves, but basically that massive harmonic convergence that I talked about earlier. So to me, I feel like this is all about the aligning of our infinite potential through divine union. The infinity knot is actually the symbol that is most often represented with twin flames or twin souls. But to me, it's not solely that. It is also about the unity within the self, okay? And so we will talk a little bit about the fact that the number is the number of karma and karmic debt. So I do see that as us leaving one half of the infinity behind to enter into the new or second half of the infinity. But at the same time, it is a blending of the two. So it's now, everything is coming into that balance, okay? So the card itself is Farewell to the Moon. And it says, appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. Isn't that an absolutely gorgeous image? The artist is Selena Fennick, I believe, and she does absolutely gorgeous work. So how fitting. Full moon, basically, I think it's tomorrow, but essentially this evening. We are already in that window of full moon energy, as it can be felt 3 days before and 3 days after. Some say it's 3 days period, so the day before, the day of, and the day after. Really, honestly, whatever floats your boat. But I do feel like you really can feel that energy at least the day before, the day of, and the day after. So we are really in the thick of it with this full moon. So it says, appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. Okay, so give me just 1 second, because so what I'm hearing is that the energy of this 11/11 gateway, it started 11/1, okay? So we really started something going on here, opening up at 10/10, October 10th. But now I see like the 11/1 was the beginning of this particular gateway, the 11/11. So that doorway that opened in the last 11 days, ask yourself or take a look at your life and what has occurred. Good, bad, ugly, what have you. What has occurred within that cycle? Has there been trauma? Has there been endings? Has there been illumination? Has there been epiphanies? Has there been a stripping away of all that you thought you knew, to turn a light on or take a blindfold off of, away from your eyes to see something for the first time with new eyes? Whatever has occurred in this last 11 days, enhanced now by the energy of this full moon and the potency of it, I believe it's in the sign of Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. Taurus is connected to the planet Venus. Taurus and Venus are one, it's very earthy sign. it's connected to the element of earth, but also it is ruled by the planet of Venus, which is the planet of the heart, the planet of love. And Lady Venus actually stepped forward in a reading and a message that I did this morning for someone. So I'm not surprised that she's probably who I'm going to be pulling through to assist with our transmission, because Venus is all about that heart chakra and that love. But also it is about peeling away of those layers, shedding the old, transforming and stepping into that new. Good night, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Hi, Amber. Welcome. So I am on the Moonday message. I'll show the card again in a second. So what is going on with the energy that's been coming up? Those things that you feel like maybe some of you might be at your breaking point. Some of you may have literally come to your knees this week and said, what gives? You know, we've all been there. I myself have been there very recently, where you said, like, when is it going to end? When does the cycle end? And what we're losing in that process of saying, when is it over? When does it end? Is the magic that's actually occurring, even though it's traumatizing, even though it can be incredibly painful. For some of us, it might be incredibly fantastic. We've been experiencing, a momentum of amazing magic and high right now. You know, like everything might be going fantastic in your life, and that is wonderful. Appreciate what has been occurring for you. But those of you who haven't been having it feel so wonderful, I'm going to ask you to also appreciate that as well, because these cycles, these gateways, these lunar and astrological occurrences that have all been happening have been to prime you, to birth you into your highest potential. So right now, it is time for us to harness the magic of this moon energy this week. Harness the energy of the 1111 gateway. Harness the energy that is building and building and building up until 1221, where we open and birth that solar golden consciousness and that golden era that enters at the time of Yule for the rebirth, or those of you who believe in, Christianity and the birth of the sun god at this time, or the son of God. It's all about that golden light, that new awareness, that illumination, that resurrection energy, that birthing energy, that we are all stepping into a whole new era. All of these cycles are coming in to massively transform us. If you've noticed that in the past we've had these cycles that have happened in our lives or in energetically, you might get an eclipse here or there. You might get, a massive planetary occurrence or alignment that didn't happen for once every 100 so many years. Now we have them back to back to back. Do you notice that? It's like every other day. I feel like I'm like a parrot, just repeating myself over and over and over again, because today we have an energy gateway. Tomorrow we have this massive transformation that's going to happen. Next week we have yet another transformation. It's been nonstop. Why? Because it is transforming us into our highest potential, unlike any that we have ever seen. That hasn't been seen on this planet in hundreds of thousands of years. Okay? So appreciate the cycles that are ending. Appreciate the cycles that are beginning. Appreciate the pause in between for those of you who feel like you can't go forward, yet you no longer can go backwards. You are in transformation, my friends. We all are. And soon we are going to see this new era, this new potential within our own lives, within ourselves. We aren't even going to recognize ourselves anymore. So trust, surrender to the flow. Go in sync with the flow of the light of the moon, with the moon's energy, with these cycles, and just embrace. Throw your arms open wide. Throw your heart open wide, and accept what is coming in. Okay? So I hope that resonates with everybody. And like I said, it says farewell to the moon. So it's really about farewell to what the moon is releasing from our lives this week. Okay? So kiss it goodbye and get ready to accept the abundance, the blessings that this new opportunity is, or this new golden era is bringing into our lives. Okay? All right. Heather says it's been super intense down here for me. I think that's the best way to say it. Girl, I am right here with you. It has been super intense. We'll leave it at that. Okay, I get it. 22 of us watching. I saw that, Norma. Thank you. Yes, I did. It's It's magic. Hi, Catherine. Welcome, sweetheart. Glad you made it. So anything that anybody missed, Anna Little, I see you popped into. Did I? Yep. Yes, I did. Welcome, sweetheart. So I'm not ignoring anybody. You know, comments sometimes are really funky here on Facebook. It's hard to always see them. They just keep scrolling, and I only see like one or two at a time. But thank you all for being here. And anything that you missed, you can go back and catch on replay. So I am not doing the mudra live. I will pull the mudra card later, and I will post it on my page. So we still have a mudra to work with this week, because I do feel like that is incredibly important for us all. But I have something else to do with us, and it is going to be a heart transmission. I keep looking because I was trying to find my chimes, but maybe I will not be working with them today. I'm going to use my singing bowl instead. Okay, so really quickly, I'll give a rundown of, for those of you who are not familiar with what a light transmission is. So one, it consists of I basically open myself up as a divine channel for my higher self and my family of light, as well as source energy to flow through me. And it's literally light that is being channeled through me and comes out in the form of sound, which is light language. Now, there are many different forms of light language. Sanskrit, which mudras are actually derived from, is an ancient form of light language. It's also believed that the Hebrew language was also considered a form of light language. So a very powerful language that comes out. Mine specifically is my own unique signature. It's my soul's language with my connection to source, or my divine self, if you will. So when it flows through, it comes out in the form of what sounds like a very interesting language, and it cannot be worded verbatim, but it is more of like a download of consciousness, or it's like a conscious understanding, a download of an awareness of what is occurring. There's not actual word for word like in the English language. It does flow out in the form of light codes. So these codes are flowing from me to you. Even though we're not in person together, it can still occur just by you being open to receive. And basically these codes will enter through your light bodies, they'll enter through your energy fields, and enter through your heart chakra, because that is what we are focusing on specifically here today for heart expansion, aligning higher heart to the cosmic heart of the universe and source. So we are basically anchoring love consciousness into all of us here today. Okay, see if I left anything out about that. No, I don't think so. Okay, so basically all you have to do is say that you are open to receiving. If you are open to receiving, you don't have to comment, but you can if you want to, but you can just state it to yourself and your higher self, and just say, I am open to receiving the light codes and heart transmission that Jamie will be sending out today. If you are not open to receive, you can also say, I am not open to receiving at this time, and you can either stop the video now, or you can still hang out, but you will not receive anything that you do not wish to, because this does not violate anyone's free will. It is all for the highest and greatest good only, and so it doesn't violate permissions. Okay, so with that said, well, thank you, Teresa, and hello and welcome. I didn't even see you sneak in. So how this is going to work is I am just going to call in my higher self at this time. I'm going to welcome in my family of light. And I'm going to welcome in the benevolent beings of the highest and purest light, and ask that nothing come through this transmission that does not serve divine love and the highest and greatest good of all concerned. With that said, if you are open to receive, you can just sit with your palms up and open to receive, or you can even place your palms on your heart chakra. It is completely up to you. Close your eyes and just relax. I'm going to use the singing bowl first to get us nice and relaxed, and then I will go into possibly some vocal toning, because that tends to come out with light language. So if you have headphones, go ahead and grab them, because that is it eliminates all the background noise, and it is a really great way to hear. Sometimes people actually report that they hear other voices in alignment with mine. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in, close your eyes, and release. And just breathe in with the sound. And release. Again, nice deep breath in. And release. And just relax and prepare for the vocal toning. Ish erat irut unak at irut ush berat ikennat irut innet ish im irut verat ani anet ish im an it at erut unat et irunar verat inat ak inat ish im at inat anna it at ish am irut ak inna bi anat eshim ak irot an eshim verati anat et ishim an it ishim irot uk inat. And take a nice deep breath in as those light codes enter, and just relax as they begin to integrate. Erot ashamariat et inat et irot ukinyat at iroti shi ani arat rat ana irot eshim at erot nad. And aligning higher heart chakras. Urot ut it et mishir ak enirot enirat et ishim irot unak ariat et ishim enat irot en. Again, a nice deep breath in and release. Bring your hands into your heart. Feel the love. Allow it to enter. Allow it to expand your heart chakra wide open. As we anchor divine love and cosmic love into your hearts, anchoring into the heart of the earth itself. Know that you are love. and love is the only thing that really exists. In divine love and light, we give thanks, and so it is. And when you're ready, you can all open your eyes. And I hope that you all enjoyed that. I can't wait to listen to it back so I can be open to receive as well. Hi, Jessie. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. All right, everybody. I do hope that you enjoyed the transmission that came through as well as the message, and take advantage of this 1111 gateway as well as the full moon energy, and start to create and envision the life that you want, no matter how far away, no matter how unattainable you believe it to be. Miracles are real. Expect them, and that is exactly what you'll receive. Okay? All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, blessed week, and remember to give thanks for the light and the moon and all of the energy that's flowing in, even if things are flowing away from us as well. Okay? Have a blessed evening. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you, Kathleen. Love and blessings. I will see you all again, not next Monday, but the Monday afterwards, because I will be in Salem. So thank you for being here.